So today I wanted to talk about, something that I've done and maybe some of you guys have done, and that is eating in such a way that if you were caught, you would be like embarrassed, right? So I cannot even count how many times I've done this, but the one that stands out the most for me, and some of you guys maybe even know um, the story about me. But when I was 18 years old and pregnant, I needed something. I had quit smoking, I had quit using drugs, and I needed something so bad that I took like one of those plastic 1 pound bags of CNH powdered sugar, and I mixed it with water and I ate the whole entire thing. I even licked the inside of the bag. And I swear to you, if there would have been more bags of powdered sugar to eat, I would have eaten them. And to be caught, I would have been mortified, you know? And I think of like all the times that I snuck bites out of the freezer, or I took something back out of the trash that I put in the trash so I wouldn't eat it, right? How embarrassed I would be. So, that is like behaviors that are addict behaviors, right? We throw things out and then we dig them out of the trash, and we do these kinds of things that like a normal person wouldn't do. If I hadn't have lost control over my eating, I wouldn't have to throw food in the trash, right? I have had people tell me. I asked one gal, I said, would you add up, go back and look at your credit card receipts and add up how much junk food you bought every month? Because she told me she kept throwing it away and buying it over and over again. And you guys, she told me she racked up $2,000 a month doing that. Now, a normal person that saw you buying stuff and throwing it away and buying stuff and throwing it away, they would think you are crazy, right? And the truth is, what you are is you have an addiction. Your brain has been hijacked and you're no longer driving the bus. The addiction is driving the bus, right? And it's telling you where to go. And I'm telling you what, my addiction drove me into some really dark places with food and with my food behaviors, restriction, binging, just feeling horrible about myself, about my behaviors around food, and feeling too ashamed to say, hey, this is what's going on with me, and this doesn't feel normal, because I didn't know it was an addiction. And I think it's a shame that people don't know that sugar is one of the most psychoactive substances there is. In fact, I was in a lecture with Dr. Georgia Eads, and I've taken her class on, keto and psychiatry, right? And she's a psychiatrist, and she says that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And that's been study proven time and again. And yet we want to say that it's a harmless substance. And so this this part of our brain that gets hooked on the sugar, it's our reward center, and then the reward we have to have more and more, right? But something inside of us says, no, this is wrong, I can't be doing this. And so we throw things out and then we eat them, or we sneak, and we have these behaviors around food that are maladaptive, because we don't want anyone to see what's going on with us. We don't want them to see that we need it, right? So if you guys can relate to this, or you felt that way before, please, say something in the chat. And also, I'm going to leave a link in the chat. I know this seems kind of strange, but if I can find it, I'll leave it down in the chat and that in the notes. And that is that on an episode of with Kramer, Seinfeld, it wasn't Kramer, it was George Costanza. George Costanza, he took an eclair out of the trash and he got caught. And it so reminds me of what it feels like if you've ever been caught, and how embarrassed and ashamed, and how you tried to make your cover story or whatever. And I've been there before too. So I'm smiling and I'm kind of laughing about that, because when I saw that video of that Seinfeld episode, I was feeling for George. I was feeling for him big time, and you guys might too. So you're not alone. That's what I really want you to know. You're not alone. There's so many of us who have been in the same shoes, and there's help for us. And it starts with learning how to not take that first bite and stay out of the food. If that's been your experience, share with us. And you can always, reach out to us, email us at hello@sugarxglobal.com if you want to get on a conversation, and just reach out and say, help, I want help. And we can get on a free call and talk about what the options are. All right. Have a great day.